The gondolas are in full swing today, testing them out. Look at that. They got them all going right now. This is kind of hard to videotape and drive at the same time. I don't recommend doing this. Look, you can see the signs. We now actually have characters instead of film. So there's Jesse. Over here, I don't know if you can see, but that's Buzz right across. There he is, just hanging out. Times sure are changing. What's going on, everybody? Tony here, and today we are at Hollywood Studios. But if you would ask the old heads, including myself, we remember it as MGM Studios. May 1st, 1989 is when MGM Studios just opened up. This is 30 years of Hollywood Studios, or MGM to Hollywood Studios, the past, the present, the future. This sign wasn't always here though. Back from 1989 to January 6th, 2008, we were presented with a different sign. But as soon as January 7th hit, we have this one that you see in front of us today. All right, we're at the main entrance right now to Disney's Hollywood Studios. We're gonna start kind of at the front of the park and kind of loop it around. Right this building here where you can meet Daisy and Donald, we're gonna go right around the corner here. And this is gonna be our very first stop, right here at this entrance. Right here at the entrance, for those who may not remember or don't know, when MGM opened up, we would have the morning parade, the little celebration parade. Now as you're walking from that gate, so you gotta imagine the parade would start here, you'll come across, if you can see, this copper embedded right into the concrete. The cool thing about this copper, this was here for that parade, just kind of like the tracks for it. In modern time today, they use tape and they just kind of peel it off because all parades are subject to change. But back then they didn't think they were gonna do that. So this is a memory. The only thing that comes out of that gate right now are stormtroopers. Right at the corner of Keystone and Echo Park, you will have Peewee's here. It's a parlor pipeline where you can get frozen drinks. This actually used to be a newspaper stand back in the day. Now Peewee's, why it was named this, was actually for the movie The Rocketeer. If you look closely, you can see the Rocketeer, the helmet, and the jetpack. Maroon Studios, can't forget about Roger Rabbit. However, most people do, but you can see him right over here. Right here at the Hollywood and Vine. If you look, not this window here, but right here, you can see Roger Rabbit just breaking through the glass. The glass right next to Roger, they paid tribute right there. Eddie Valiant. Really cool. Private investigations, all crime surveillance, missing persons. From Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The dinosaur ice cream stand has been here since opening day back in 1989. This is Gertie. He was the very first animated dinosaur. This ice cream stop actually was the place to go, and it was packed of people just waiting in line to get their ice cream. This statue has been here, not since opening day. It did come into the mid-90s. However, the most important thing from MGM Studio days was actually this plaque. And a lot of people, they miss this plaque. They don't even realize what it is. If we look closely, you can see right there, Disney's MGM Studios. May 1st, 1989. This archway still remains, however, the sign is all but different. This is what the original sign used to look like. Right by the gateway, pay attention to the door here. This stuff has been here for a very long time. At MGM Studios in 1989, there were only 2 attractions in the park. One of those attractions was the Backlot Tour, which is now currently, in the present time, Star Wars Launch Bay. The Backlot Tour was one of the most amazing things that I have ever been on. Now in the present day of Star Wars Launch Bay, you don't really get too much of a backlot tour at all. You get a movie, a little preview of a Star Wars movie, and then you get to meet your favorite Star Wars characters. One of the most key notable things when you walk into the park is the Chinese Theater, which was the Great Movie Ride, which was the second attraction on opening day besides the Backlot Tour. Currently, in present time, the Great Movie Ride is sadly no more, and I miss that ride dearly. However, when you get up close to the Chinese Theater, you can still see some awesome stuff from its opening time and in the 90s as well. And that is all of these handprints and footprints. Look at this, we got Kermit the Frog, Jim Henson, we got Kermit's hands right there, and we got Henson's hands there. Look at it, 1989. You can see here Rick Moranis, he was here, but if you look at the date, he was here a couple days before of actual opening. I wonder, he was probably doing some promotional stuff for the park. Here we have the Rocketeer from 1991. You see his footprints, but you also have the flames from the jetpack. It's all still here in present day, and I hope this never goes away. Shortly after the Great Movie Ride and the Backlot Tour, 2 more rides opened up, or 2 more attractions opened up back in 1989. Indiana Jones and the Stunt Spectacular was one of them. This attraction opened up August 25th, 1989, and still remains here. Before we head into the 90s, just one more attraction opened up in 1989. December 15th, 1989, Star Tours opened up, made its debut. Look at that AT-AT. And its current day, Star Tours is still here, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon because of the new Galaxy's Edge.
We just have like 9 minutes and we can go in.
May 16th, 1991, the Muppet Vision 3D made its appearance here at MGM Studios. Present day, it still exists, but I do question, just like Indiana Jones and the Stunt Spectacular, how much longer will this be here? Here we have the Backlot Express restaurant, but if you go inside, you can see some really fun stuff. Some more memorabilia.
You are here to get your drinks on credit.
From Who Framed Roger Rabbit, this is the cartoon car that Eddie Valiant was driving. He would sit in that seat right there, and all of this would turn into a cartoon. Currently, we have Star Wars Path of the Jedi, which is right next to Star Tours and the Jedi Training. This wasn't always Path of the Jedi. Before Path of the Jedi, it was a slew of other different things, such like Drew Carey, Monster Squad, and Radio Disney. Since opening day as well, one of the restaurants, the Hollywood Brown and Derby, was the place to go. And when you came here into the parks, you never knew who you were going to run into. Sometimes you might see people like Michael Jackson. Here we have Beauty and the Beast live on stage. November 22nd, 1991. A lot of people thought that it was Fantasmic, but actually Beauty and the Beast was actually first. Fantasmic didn't open up till October 15th, 1998. Present day, both are still here, both are still going very strong, and I personally don't think they'll be leaving anytime soon. Let's skip ahead because everything that you see from our channel and a bunch of vloggers of other vloggers of Hollywood Studios still remains, such as the Little Mermaid voyage, Walt Disney Presents, Rock and Roller Coaster. Those are all going to be staying for quite some time. So let's skip that present of what we already know. Let's head into the future. Starting March 31st, 2019, we will have Lightning McQueen's Race Academy. And that Lightning McQueen's will be right here next to Rock and Roller Coaster. Also coming May 1st, 2019, The Wonderful World of Animation. This will be the new projection show at night, going over the history of all the animation and of course starring Mickey Mouse. In such a few short months, what everybody's excited for, what I'm excited for, Galaxy's Edge. And here we are at the future of what is to become of the new land at Hollywood Studios. This is also the entrance into Galaxy's Edge. And this whole thing will be lined up as far as the eye can see. August 29th, 2019, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run will open. It will be the only ride that will be open on opening day, August 29th. So it's gonna be more of like a soft opening for right now. Also, August 29th, 2019, on grand opening of Galaxy's Edge, Savvy's Workshop. Although, because of the rush of the land, because it's rushed about like 3-4 months ahead of what was originally scheduled, because this was supposed to be open probably about December, I think so. I feel it's gonna be like Toy Story Land because of the rushness that they're not gonna have a proper gift shop. But I feel that gift shop will be right here at the empty Pizza Rizzo. I mean, there's nothing in there. I mean, well, there's still seats and everything for a possible restaurant, but I think that'll be gutted out and that will be part of the merchandise for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Don't quote me on that. And then in late fall 2019, we will have the Rise of the Resistance. Pretty much what they're speculating is about a half-hour, 40-minute show, if you will. The ride itself is only going to be about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes long. It's going to be like a VR, but the queue is going to be very interactive. Coming attraction, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Minnie says stay tuned. Well, we'll have to stay tuned come late fall 2019. That's going to be the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Rail. And that'll be here at the Chinese Theater where the great movie ride once was. I said it before at the beginning of this video, I'll say it again. I miss the great movie ride.
And when they were warming up before the
Well, that's going to do it for me here today at Disney's Hollywood Studio, MGM to Hollywood Studios, the past, the present, and the future. Give a couple thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We'll see you next time. Vlog finito.